We have been particularly lucky that Michael Kent, the CEO of Azimo, had previously founded an offline money transfer company that has in turn become the third largest money transfer network in Europe after Western Union and MoneyGram. So basically he brought in a whole lot of connections and strategic partners that we could then use to build what is now the largest digital-only money transfer network available in Europe. We have had an absolutely fantastic team. We focused very much on the fact that what we wanted to do is to reduce the cost of remittances for migrants by disintermediating the value chain and making it massively cheaper for the consumer. What we've done, we've effectively built a very scalable platform that allowed customers to link to our platform from any internet-enabled device. And our assumption has been that it has to be accessible on the desktop, but we also very much want it to be mobile first, so that the customer could always use our mobile app and just log from their phone wherever they are, be it on the bus, on the job, or whilst traveling, and still be able to do the thing that is so key to what they have to do every month, which is sending money back home. I believe that when talking about the competition in the money transfer market, we have to start with the main reason why we're all doing what we're doing. What we're trying to do is bring the remittances cost down so that international migrants can send money home at a lower price. And competition can be great for the consumers and for the businesses to make sure that we keep the right quality of our offering. When you think about the remittance market globally, still 90 to 95% of all transactions are being sent offline, which means people going to Western Union, going to a brick and mortar shop around the corner, or to their bank. Therefore, any of our competitors that is operating in the online space is effectively working towards the same goal as we are, which is educating the customer that they have a choice and that they can have access to a better product at a much cheaper price and in a more convenient way, because on their phone or on a desktop. As a result, every marketing pound that they spend is a pound that they spend towards our goal, just making sure that the customers have a choice. What we have focused on very much is that the product is extremely sleek, and we have a hyper-localized product, which means that our websites and our customer service are available in 11 languages, and we wanted to make sure that a Nigerian living in Germany or a Filipino living in the UK feel equally that this is a product that was made for them. And we feel that another aspect of what we really want to focus on is the fact that we are the European specialists. When you compare the US versus the European markets, you will actually see that Europe is a much more heterogeneous market where there is more room for lowering prices and making a difference for migrants. And Europe is very much the area in which we want to specialize 100%. I guess it's fair to say that we are now experiencing the FinTech bubble, and everybody wants a part of that extremely exciting pie. FinTech or finance is the sector that desperately needed innovation, and all the investors would very much like to be at the forefront of fostering that innovation. In remittances space, precisely, you look at the market opportunity and the size of the opportunity. Remittances are almost a $600 billion market internationally. There are 232 million migrants globally, and therefore they are driving the huge industry that remittances are. What is attractive for investors is also the scalability of the business model. And here again, the size of the market is making it much more interesting for the investors to go into the fintech space. Everybody needs access to financial services, and as a result, this is the right industry for them to look at. In FinTech, we have to remember that finance is not only about money, it's also about the trust and the relationship between the person that has the money and their financial provider, or the beneficiary of their transaction that they would be sending home. You have to very much focus on the trust and security of your system. Even if you're a B2B or in a B2C business, it's going to be of paramount importance that you are adhering to the highest standards of security. We can't underestimate the fact that London is placed in the middle of the map, which makes it infinitely easier to work with partners which are both based in Southeast Asia and Australia, or at the other end in the US or Latin America. And this has been hugely useful for us. We have been repeating over and over again as well that London is a fantastic place for talent. There are young, talented people flocking from all places of the map to come here because they know that this is where innovation is created, and these are the businesses that they can join to build the new businesses. As a result of all this, it's also where the majority of the funding is taking place right now. And it's interesting to see that London has gathered over 50% of the total funding in Europe last year, which makes it much more attractive for businesses to start here, as more and more funding is happening in London and in the UK, and not only in the US as it used to be previously. I think that you guys have done a fantastic job at putting together the right people from different sides of the industry, representing very exciting businesses who will be able to put their heads together and have a think what the future will bring, what are the main challenges and obstacles, and what the financial sector is going to look like in 5 or 10 years. There's going to be lots of exciting debates. I'm extremely happy that Azimo is going to be a part of it, and I'm very much looking forward to that.